I'ma shine. I'm not one for wasting time. I'ma make that shit that gon' go have you wait and stand in line. Shine, you gon' shine. Don't you go and waste your time. I know you feeling down, but I know what you got deep inside. Shine, I'ma shine. Shine, I'ma shine. Shine, you gon' shine. Shine, I'ma shine. I'm not one for wasting.
Hey, I need a wind and fire. What to do, what to do. Welcome to Pain or Gain. My name's Dr. T.
My name is Timo.
And welcome back for another installment for Fantasy Week.
Boom,
Almost
boom,
one.
boom, boom. We did some drafts, though.
We did
Some drafts. I feel like I had to just kind of go with the board.
Went with your guy. You went with your guy.
I couldn't go with my guy. I had to go with some
you
other
didn't choose other
guys that I
ones 'cause
kind of felt
cousin
like
guys.
they might my guy. They're my homies. They're my homies now.
All right.
So we'll talk about that a little bit later.
Talk about the drafts. What have you done since last time we saw you?
Anything interesting? Actually, only thing interesting is that recently I just bought a new DJ deck, the Rain 4. So I've been playing with that. It's going to be really cool. So that's like a little Easter egg that new music will be coming out. So. Yeah, because we can actually take the stems with the Rain,
I like that.
and kind of make some new mixes. We have some cool
nice.
ideas in the back burner. But yeah. So a little Easter egg. What about you?
I went to LA over the weekend. I went to go see my brothers. We went to go see. We did our annual Damage Brothers trip, and we went to go see a concert at the Greek Theater down in LA.
Okay, sick.
In like Hollywood, went to go see Mount Joy. That's who we saw last year. We went to Colorado.
At Red Rock, right?
Yeah. Fun fact: my brother knows. One of my brother's old coworkers that he's friends with was roommates with the pianist, the keyboard player.
Sick.
And so, like, we're kind of friends with him, kind of, sort of.
Cool.
Or I like to
Fuck
think
yeah.
I am. So.
Yeah, you're acquaintances.
Yeah.
You know?
We had lunch.
Are you guys buddies? Maybe not.
Well, last year we went to lunch with her after our after the show at Red Rocks last year. We went to lunch with her.
Oh, sick.
And so it was just like me and my
guys
two
are
brothers
friends.
and her. Yeah, we're cool. We cool.
Yeah, you guys are friends.
And like sent her pictures of our trip. She was like, "Oh, where'd you guys go? Whatever." So I sent her Instagram. I was like, "Yeah, I don't need your number. That's gonna be weird. I'm not gonna ask your number.
I can't do that.
It's cool, but I'll send you like pictures of our trip that we did because you asked about it. So I sent it on Instagram. She was like, "Cool." She liked it. And then we dropped her off at the venue because they were doing another show in Colorado, and then we're like, "All right, we went on our separate ways." And so we went to the show again, and the opener canceled on. Couldn't make it for whatever reason. So they actually did like an extra 40-minute set.
Oh.
And so instead of having like an hour opener or whatever,
they
just started 30 minutes later, did like another like a 40-minute set, gave like a 20-minute break. And then they came back out for their second set. But after the first set, I was like, "Oh, that's nice, you guys." Like I sent her a video of her. She had like a cool solo that was in the first set, and it wasn't half of the songs we didn't hear last year. So it was like a newer set. I was like, "Oh, that's cool.
pretty
like,
good." Yeah, they
like
switched
this
it
was
up.
a cool thing.
Yeah. Even though I
like
seen you guys
this,
before,
you should do this more because this is cool.
Yeah.
And I sent her a message, and they went off to their intermission, and she responded. And she was like, "Don't leave yet. We're coming back out." And I was like, "Oh shit, that's cool." So that was. I talked with someone who was playing a live show, and then they responded saying, "Stay in your seat because we're coming back like mid concert."
Oh, fuck
like,
yeah.
Shit, that's cool.
Yeah.
Creed Bratton from The Office came out and like played guitar with them for a little bit. It's cool.
Oh, okay, nice.
Good show though.
There you
the
go.
Greek Theater is kind of nice. I've been to the one
I
in
think.
Berkeley. And
What was
nice.
the one that we went to, James? What was it called when we saw Kanye? The only live performance that Kanye did.
Yeah. Oh, man,
808s and
I'm
Heartbreak.
jealous.
Oh, bro, it was magical. It was a really good one. 100%. Super sick. And then it actually ended with fireworks.
That's sick.
Yeah, so
That's
it was
one
a
of the
really
ones I
cool
wish I could
story.
have seen Kanye 10 years ago. That would have been sick.
It was just random too. I mean, they just told me about it,
15
and
years
they were
ago,
like,
whatever
"Oh
that
no,
was.
yeah." They just told me randomly. It was just random trip, straight a day trip. We went for the show, and then we came right back.
Damn.
It was nuts.
That's sick.
Crazy, yeah,
Like a
and
specific performance for that album at the Greek Theater,
it was
Damn, that's crazy.
insane. Yep.
That's
Oh,
sick.
that was the Greek Theater.
Yeah.
That
In
was.
LA?
Oh.
Yeah, so that's where we went.
Oh, sick. I like that.
Yeah,
I
it's
really
cool.
like that venue.
It's a nice venue. It's
Very
little
nice.
even
It's
parking
open.
wasn't even that bad.
Yeah,
Like getting
and I
there
don't
was
remember
kind of a
anything
pain in
that
the
was
ass
mean.
driving through Hollywood Hills, but like it wasn't even that bad.
Yeah,
They had
it
a
was
bunch
cool.
of parking in the back. They had the observatory. Anyways, it was cool.
Nice and open. You know,
Had a
you didn't
good-
feel like you were so super crowded.
Yeah, had a good weekend. So that was fun. We went to
Mine. Oh yeah, for sure.
my older brother works at
Oh,
Red
shit.
Bull, and so we went. One of the nights we walked down Sawtell, which is like just a bunch of good food in LA. So if you ever go there, go to Sawtell, Sawtelle, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Go down there, there's a bunch of good food, and we did the most bro thing of all time, and we just brought up, like James and I often do at night, is we bring up old NFL players.
Yeah.
Like, you remember this guy? We did that for 3 hours, and I was slightly embarrassed when I realized it, and I was like, "No, what? No, that was a good time."
Yeah.
You brought up old. You guys remember Nate Clements was on the Niners at one point?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were like, man, who are the Nnamdi Asomugha's of like the NFL and like NBA that were like really good for like a 4-year span, like peak, and then just fizzled out hard. And so we were like finding guys. Anyways, we spent a long time just naming old players and being
There you
happy
go.
with it, like
That's cool.
old time scatbacks.
Yeah.
Like,
there you go.
Derek Ward and like Ahmad Bradshaw.
Ooh, there you go,
and,
Matt Bradshaw. He was cool. He was a cool guy.
Yeah,
Cool,
Danny
cool player.
Woodhead. Like we just brought all. Man, it was
Oh,
good. We could do
nice.
this
Nice to
forever, so I'm gonna stop myself now. But that was we did that.
He's
for a
already
couple
loaded,
hours.
rocking like we
Yeah,
can't
it
do
was
any
good to
trivia
go.
with this fool.
Roger and Antonio Cromartie. I forgot he was on the Niners for a second. And then one of the greatest. I'll stop after this one. But one of the greatest cornerback names of all time on the Chargers. You know what I'm talking about?
Cornerback?
Yeah,
Corn-
Quentin Jammer.
Ooh,
Greatest
Quentin
cornerback name of
Jammer.
all time.
That's true.
So good. But
Quinn Jammer.
anyways,
Good stuff. Good times.
Yeah, good times.
Yeah, you
Good
know.
time. We got to stop because I'll just keep going.
Yeah,
I gotta keep
when
going.
especially when the brothers get together, you guys always just go ham on
Just
everything.
too
Like
much.
this is it.
Yeah, we went to Red Bull, and my older brother works there. And I mean, you walk in, you got free Red Bull wherever the hell you want. It's like free lunch and stuff. We went, and so before I left, I was like, oh, I haven't seen The Office. Take me around. They have like a basketball court. They have like a driving simulator. Like just got a whole bunch of cool things around the office. They're like, all right, we'll go in. And we were supposed to go in, walk around, maybe go to the basketball, shoot some hoops, and then go walk around the. We ended up getting in there, having competition, and playing basketball for an hour and a half. And I was like, shit, I got a flight in an hour. And
Like,
so
fuck
we had
it.
to go back. Like it was like 5 minutes from the apartment, so we had to go back. I like wrapped up all my stuff, like rinsed off real quick, like did the old water like shower, like
Yeah, for
under the
sure.
stuff, changed, put stuff on, and went to the airport. But
Yeah,
that's what happened.
there you go. That's cool.
But anyway,
How'd you like the facility?
it's nice, very
Of
nice.
course, I bet.
Like they treat him very well. It wasn't like a big building with like a giant Red Bull on it. It was like a brick building, and it was in the middle of whatever. And
But
in
the
middle of
inside's
Santa
nice.
Monica, like. And then
Santa
yeah,
Monica?
the inside was really nice.
Ah,
Yeah, so
lucky,
they live in Santa
dude.
Monica. They just got a
Fucking
new
love
apartment, so
Santa
I went to go
Monica.
stay there and talk with him and stuff, and it was good stuff.
There you go.
But
Cool.
yeah,
Good trip.
good
Good,
times.
trip.
We have your. So why don't you tell us about this league? How many people in it? Where you were drafting? And like
Oh yeah.
PPR, FPR. Give us the down low on it. Talk to us.
Full PPR, regular roster 16.
Whose league is it?
Alex's league. Alex Oliveira.
How long you been in that?
Been in this league for 2 years. I've just been plagued with really bad injuries, and I couldn't just kind of. Last year,
Can't
yeah.
relate.
Last year, though, I had a chance to like I was losing. I made a right trade, and I picked up somebody for free agency that was like kind of like just doing good. I can't remember who it was, but anyways, and I missed playoffs by like I think like 15 points. Just the other guy had higher points than I did, like 15, maybe a little bit more than that. But I was like, damn it, just if I had some non-injuries, man. But yeah, dude. So it was tough. The one of these guys is really good. I can't remember what his name. I think it's I think it's SSF Toros. I don't know who that is related to Alex, but he's actually pretty clever. I see a lot of like things that he's like the players that he usually picks, and he does pretty well. I think he's won it back to back last year. Yeah, I think he won it back to back.
And that's tough, even if you're good. Like it's just tough to win and make like the moves needed throughout.
Yeah, it's because I think everybody else isn't really like big on the waiver wire. And he's the only one that
he's
was
hot
kinda,
on
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
He's
hey.
like he's like he knows the right ones to pick, and I was like, oh, that's a pretty good pickup.
Got like the Amon-Ra St. Browns of the world and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, talk us through the draft. Talk us where were
I
where
was
were you
sixth.
and what happened?
I was 6th place, or the 6th pick. Everybody that I really liked was off the board. I didn't really like anybody else. I was still really nervous about Derrick Henry. Still nervous about Barkley.
Chubb was gone, I'm assuming.
Chubb was.
Was
I
he
didn't want to
there?
get Chubb too early. I think I was gonna go for him, but I felt like it's a possibility I could get him on the comeback round. You know what I'm saying? So there was only 2 options towards the end. It would either be if they didn't go Chubb, they probably went Tony Pollard or a different running back that they like a lot.
Okay.
But yeah, so on that comeback around, with my first pick, I went Devontae Adams. I just think a lot of targets, like that's my for sure. Like I don't have to worry about nothing else. But
Has Jimmy proved? Genuine question. I don't actually know the answer. Has Jimmy proven he can he sustain a number 1 receiver? I still like Devontae Adams. I think he's quarterback proof. Like he's that.
Yeah,
good.
he's quarterback
But
proof.
I don't. Has he? Genuine question. If he ever like sustained a number 1 guy?
I
know
guess
Debo-
Kittle.
I mean, Debo and
Kittle. I
Kittle's
mean,
been good.
yeah,
That's why
Kittle and Debo. I mean, I don't know. They were those are stat guys, Debo and Kittle. If we're talking from like just a fantasy point, then yeah, I guess so. 2 positions.
Yeah. No
He's always-
Waller too,
Wait,
so it's
what was
sucking up even
what
more.
was the question?
Has Jimmy ever held like a true number 1 receiver? Because I think Debo's like out. Debo's an anomaly of the type of player that he is. So like, you don't really need him to have these like number 1 receiver outside cut moves like to be a fantasy like value, because he's gonna get the small things inside. But has he had a true? Because Devontae's a true outside.
I think
guy.
I think it helps out. It helps him out because Jimmy G likes to just look down at like one receiver, anyways. And if you have that guy for him, he probably looks
That's true.
better. You
That
know what I'm
is the
saying?
one
Because he
thing.
doesn't.
Jimmy's gonna
Jimmy's
trust
not
him and be like,
he's-
"Well, this is
once-
on you."
Yeah, exactly.
Which
Like
is honestly Devontae is one of his best.
And I-
choices
'cause
to
I-
be able to do that.
I'll say this even. I think that, and I'll say why, but I think that this is Jimmy's best receiving core he's ever had. And I say that because I feel like Debo is like the 99 God level Austin Eckler. Like he's the gadget player that is just the
Can do anything,
right,
literally.
but does it maxed out at that kind of. But he's not like a damn. We need Debo to go beat this corner
Yeah,
today.
he's running
and-
a corner
and
post,
he-
solo, double
He's
cover.
getting
like-
doubled in deep into like a post, and he's freeing up blah blah blah. No, Debo is just like a video game player, and I don't say it in a bad way. It's just like that. And Kyle Shanahan uses guys like him. They use guys like Kittle. They use guys like Ayuk as these. They're all gadget players, but they're all the best at the thing that they need to do for this offense to work. But with that being said, I think that Devontae, Jacoby Myers, Hunter Renfrow, I think these are pure receivers who are going to go out and run routes, and they're not looking to deceive you as a defense. They're looking to out finesse you. They're looking to out skill you from those positions. And then I think like a young guy like Mayer. I'm not comparing him and Kittle. I'm just saying when you add that to that receiving core of like there's youth here, there's veteranship here. I think this is the best receiving core in the definition of that he's ever had. What we're going to find out, I think, is how good of a quarterback is Jimmy G, because he's the first thing that's coming out of the Niners Kyle Shanahan system to see
Right.
like, were you truly a system guy? But he went from system to the OG system.
Right.
Like the Patriot system, like the McDaniel system.
That's
is
what he came into the
like-
league with.
That's the Tom Brady system.
well, that's why he
That
got
is the,
drafted. Well,
like-
that's why he got traded for so high because he looks so good in the McDaniel's offense.
Right. No,
Right.
yeah, I think that. Right. So the Niners looked at him as like, wow, he looks really good in that system.
Mhm.
Well, we have a system, and we're going to kind of build it, the symbol, whatever. I do like that Jimmy. He's not going to the fucking Titans. He's not going. He's going back to his system.
Where
So-
where he struggles is when he has to win games with his arm. like when he has to come back from behind. But I don't think the
Yeah.
Niners offense is built for that.
Right.
Niners
So we've
offense,
never really
never
seen
seen that.
Exactly.
I think their 2-minute drill is probably ass as fuck compared to most like other creative like 2-minute drills to get down the field.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's more because they're based on like, hey, we're gonna get the ball first, and then we're gonna score, and then we're just gonna play really good defense,
Right.
and then we're just gonna keep running the ball. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I think this Niners
This is
team
different.
can't win a Super Bowl because you can only win so many of those games in the playoffs before your quarterback, even if it's Eli Manning for 2 games, Flacco for 2 games, whatever, your quarterback still has to go dumb at least. He's got to win you at least.
Yeah,
one of these
your
games.
quarterback has to win you some of those
That
games.
strategy of we're going to score and then hold you just doesn't work.
The
In the
only time
playoffs.
that's really, really worked is Trent Dilfer and the Ravens. In
That
which
was a
Trent
one-off.
Dilfer was still like 200.
He still had it, yeah.
Yards.
He
Like,
was still playing
okay,
pretty
like, he was
good,
still
yeah.
fine.
No mistakes.
That
And they
was-
also had Jamal Lewis 2,000 yard.
Oh, that's
Right.
true. That's different.
So I think that because you also bring a good point too, where I don't think so this 2-minute drill for Jimmy now in his OG system, like this 2-minute drill is the Tom Brady 2-minute drill.
Exactly.
He's learned from the actual OG quarterback of all time how to
He's
run
probably
this system
comfortable, way
and
more
learned it
comfortable
with
with
him. That I think that it's. I watched the Rich Gannon talk that he had with
Right.
Jimmy, and I watched the whole thing, and I like how confident he feels being back with McDaniels. Like I think there's something in him that's like, I'm really comfortable with that. I'm really enjoying myself in the offense. The way he's using words to define, like, oh, this is what we want. It's got to be fast plays. It's got to be quick reads. It's got to be. He knows the assignment, and I think the difference is Josh Jacobs. Like McDaniels, way I think he has changed his tune on is I'm not going to have the platoon Patriot shit when I got something truly special right
Yeah.
So
This
if
guy
I-
is better. Josh Jacobs is better than any running back that's been in McDaniels' running back system.
Right.
I feel like I can confidently say that.
Josh Jacobs can catch the ball too a little bit, right? Like I mean, they're still
Yeah, he's
throwing
not
him.
bad at
Yeah,
it.
he's not like
a
horrible.
James
I mean,
White, but he's like
no,
he's
yeah,
not bad.
yeah,
Not a
exactly.
Derrick Henry.
I mean, you only need a certain amount of hands to just
But
catch
fun
little.
fact,
whoop, whoop.
And then we will move on to the players of it. But fun fact: he's actually never had a receiving touchdown in his career.
Josh Jacobs.
Jacobs.
Really?
It's a popular Vegas play right now of over under whole season. Josh Jacobs for future. He has not had a touchdown. He has a lot of catches. See, and then they broke that down too. He has a lot of
he had
catches.
like 40
he has
catches
a
or
lot of
something.
yards, but he just does not have a receiving touchdown.
Interesting.
All right. Interesting.
Cool.
I like that. All right.
Cool. Cool.
So Devontae Adams first pick. Volume. All you can really
come
predict
on,
is
bro.
volume, and Jimmy G's the
And he's
guy where he's
gonna-
like, well, I'm just
okay.
gonna throw this slant,
Eh.
and you're gonna get it, and I'm gonna throw it at your feet, and you may get 3 yards, but cool, we're gonna get this completed pass.
well, and then also too, this is how I also picked my first pick. Is like, did I want to watch Titan games? No. Do I want to watch fucking who's the other pick? Can't remember who it was. Oh yeah, Saquon.
Giants
Yeah,
games.
Giants games. I was like, no, not really. And I'm not a big fan of them. Of course, I'm a Cowboys fan. So then, yeah, the draft goes, and the like 2 picks right before me, somebody goes Chubb. So then the guy before me went a quarterback. Quarterback went really early. I think. Oh, he went
Interesting.
Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, you get your guy.
Yeah, get you. Yeah, because that's your guy. Yeah. So and then so I was left with Tony Pollard or Saquon, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna just go Tony Pollard. Might as well.
Saw the move
Yeah,
again.
he was cool. He won me. He won me it last year.
Volume.
Yeah, and I
You're
did pass
welcome.
catching. Yeah, thank you.
You're
See,
welcome.
Exactly. So good
Volume.
vibes. Kept with the good vibes. So then yeah, moved down the list. Now that I'm looking at it.
Then you got Jonathan Taylor.
So one was Pollard. No. One was Devontae. Yeah. Pollard. Yeah, Taylor. Had to be Taylor.
And that's not bad. It's just you gotta wait, you know.
Yeah, so I
4
realized I was like, all right, cool. If I make this choice, it's either it's gonna help me win it later down the road, or this is a really good trading piece later down the road. So we'll see how that turns out. Depending on what team he goes to, or if he just stays on the Colts. And then I just went quarterback or running back crazy because it was just a pick after pick. So yeah, my third or after that was my fourth. I went Najee Harris. I couldn't get Pierce because Pierce was taken, so I was like, fuck. So after I got Harris, I was like,
Damian
fuck.
Pierce, yeah.
Huh?
Damian Pierce, yeah.
And then I was like, damn. So now I just kind of get. I mean, I got lucky that Kenneth Walker didn't take. I like Kenneth Walker. You know what I'm saying?
I really like your bench. I like your bench a lot. I think Kenneth Walker is a solid. He's just, again, volume. He's gonna have a bunch of it.
Dude, that's what I started talking. I was like, I was listening to Painter Gain advice, and I was like, in my head, I was like,
volume.
And I was like,
and then Miles Sanders is a starting running back on a team that's going to be a run focused because you have a rookie quarterback. Jahan Dotson, Scary Terry's out, I think, the first couple weeks.
Oh, shit. Is he
Jahan
really?
Dotson was unbelievable when he played in the games.
Yeah.
But he was hurt a little bit last year. I love Jahan Dotson. He's going way in. I've had 2 drafts. He's gone at least 20 picks before his ADP both drafts.
Got it.
He's soaring up the boards because he's just he's a beast.
Yeah.
Sam Howell looks kind of good. I almost got Sam Howell in a 2-quarterback league because he's looking great. But I really like your bench. Gabe Davis is. You throw him in and he could explode. Like, you have no idea. He can give you 38 points randomly.
And because again, it's just thanks to the SFL, I've just learned that names they sound really good if you could get a good trade offer later down the road.
And
too,
we've been talking about the Anthony Richardson late in the draft. That's a smart move. If he actually does start taking off, he's either a great trade piece.
So even though on Painter Gain I was gonna go Geno, but again, I just think that
if it's your second guy, you can take a risk. You got Herbert. Exactly. You're starting. He's matchup proof. You're starting him every week.
Oh yeah, Herbert. Yeah, Herbert.
And if Anthony Richardson comes into it, then you can trade him for whatever you need. If you need to trade him for another running back or receiver, do it.
Freiermuth.
Yeah,
got Freiermuth as my tight end, so I was happy about that. Mike Evans. Yeah, and always my last 2 picks are just offensive defense or just defensive players. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I think there's a lot of things that could go.
I'm okay with the Rondo Moore at the end. So the thing with he
was just chilling there at the top, and everybody just
the thing with the Cardinals is they're eventually they might actually like try to put something together at the end. If they randomly win a game or 2, like they are not going to be tanking as much.
What I thought also too was like garbage time. Like, what are they going to do? They're just dunk and dink and dunk and dink.
Whoever you put in, Josh Dobbs or whoever the hell
he's athletic
or whoever it is. I mean, they're going to be playing for a contract, so they're going to want to try to win. Like, they're not going to be worried about getting benched if they do well.
I forgot
to try to win and sling it. Quentin Johnston,
because I felt like dang it, somebody took Mike Williams right before,
and you could have got the stack.
I could have got the stack. So I had to go Mike Evans.
Yeah.
I was like, dang it, it was like literally 2 picks before me. The guy. There was so many times it was like yeah, bro, every time. So I had to I had to maneuver this draft, but it was okay. So I feel like I wanted to go all right, I'm not sure about any of these guys, so let me just keep stacking guys with some good upside, like just on some good teams. You know what I'm saying? And hope for the best volume. Volume. Number 2s. These are number 2s. I love your
backup running backs. I think your backup running backs. I think Kenneth Walker and Miles Sanders might outperform Najee Harris.
Yeah, I think so too because I like Warren. So, yeah. but I was like, let me see. Maybe he just had a bad year last year. Mm-hmm. I mean, starting what's his name,
and especially week 1. I don't know if I want to start Najee Harris against San Francisco.
No. So I guess we could talk about
either Kenneth Walker or Miles Sanders.
I went. Let me see. Let me load up my.
I might do Miles Sanders against Atlanta just because. I mean, they're not going to throw Bryce Young to the Wolves right away. He's going to get the rock.
I actually went Dotson against Arizona.
Okay.
Because
Arizona's you got to put someone in. Who'd you put in for Jonathan Taylor? He's on the pup list.
Oh, actually, yeah. So I went Pollard, Kenneth Walker, and then Dotson in the flex because so far. I mean, I'm saying let me figure out Najee, what he does. Let me see Miles Sanders. Maybe I might go Miles Sanders, like you said. Now thinking about it,
I might, but
I don't know. It's interesting.
I'm okay with either. I'm not upset either way. I wouldn't kick myself over it, but I see the Rams and I see Aaron Donald, and then I see Atlanta and nobody.
Yeah.
So that's my thing, but I do think Kenneth Walker is a better player in general. So that one's not it's not too big of a sway either way.
Oh, Kenneth Walker? Yeah. No,
I think Kenneth Walker is just a better player, but I think the matchup and just catches, Miles Sanders might do better, but it's going to be whoever scores a touchdown. If Kenneth Walker scores a touchdown, it would be a great move. If Miles Sanders
it's funny. I guess they actually cut my kicker, Maher, from Denver.
Better pick up another kicker.
Yeah, actually, so let me do that real quick.
But
yeah, so good. And then you had yours. So
yeah, so I had mine's a little. Oh
yeah, so what would you grade it? What do you think?
I would grade it. 10 person, 12.
10 person.
10. I would do a B+. B plus. I think your bench is deep, and you always. I mean, you're gonna lose. 25% of them to something, injuries or whatever. I think as long as your team can stall out till Jonathan Taylor gets back, it's gonna be great in the playoffs. And you just gotta have to make the playoffs, and you're gonna be a force.
Yeah, because and that's another thing too. As we were talking on Painter game too, just kind of looking at the matchups towards the end of the year too. It was something pretty big.
I think all of your. So you have viable replacements in Kenneth Walker and Miles Sanders for him, and then Anthony Richardson could just be, he could break he could go 1,000 rushing yards and 4,000 passing. He really could.
Yeah. And even if I feel like okay, Anthony Richardson could take me to the promised land, I could even trade Herbert.
Yeah,
and somebody
and
would,
you can
Herbert.
That's a luxury you can afford with this team. That's the good thing is I'm not a huge, and I like Dotson coming in, and I like Davis to be able to throw in. So. I'm not a huge fan of Najee Harris or
me neither.
It
just
I would prefer a higher rated tight end than Freiermuth, but I'm not mad at the team. The team has enough depth that I think that can overcome that. If those backfire and become bad trades, you have enough good on the back end.
Exactly to trade for a good what's the tight end that's really popping off, and we'll talk about tight ends later.
Yeah, we will. Then then we can go after one of our sleepers or something. Here.
For real. I went after one. I went after one after I did a little more homework.
But okay. So I have, I did a little different draft. I have a 2 quarterback draft in ESPN.
Shout out Slick Fargo for old times' sake.
Those are a little different in the drafts. So in 2 quarterback leagues, the first, I was picked 6. The first 4 picks were all quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
And the 5th pick was Justin Jefferson. So I got my 5th ranked quarterback on the board with Joe Burrow.
All right.
And so I did that.
That's cool.
And then it went down, and I started saying, you know what? I have a big drop-off after, Trevor Lawrence. If you watch the other episode, I'm kind of high on him.
Yep.
I think that's kind of the cutoff. Past Trevor Lawrence, I don't think any of the quarterbacks are valuable enough to separate themselves enough. So after that, I just started to go on best available, whatever's on the board.
Yeah.
I'm just going to take.
Started feeling like that too.
And then I know I kind of like these back-end quarterbacks. I was going to target Anthony Richardson later, but he went in the 4th round.
Yeah, I bet. Especially because you play 2.
Yeah. So he went in the 4th round, and I was like, all right, a little too much. I was waiting for Aaron Rodgers in the 5th. Got taken a couple spots ahead of me.
Son of a bitch.
And then I was waiting for, at the tail end of my draft, I was waiting for Bryce Young, and he got taken. So I ended up going in with a little Himmy G action there, and I picked I picked Jimmy Garoppolo. He's one of the 24th quarterback taken, but I'm okay with it. It was either him or Sam Howell, and I just think he's going to be a consistent. He's not going to get the 3-point weeks. He's going to be he'll be average on you, and he'll get the 15, 20 rushing yards randomly to keep you kind of in the matchup. But anyway, so I went down. I got Burrow. Lawrence was picked. And I was like, all right, 2nd pick. So I went Diggs and CeeDee Lamb.
Ooh, there you go.
So I went. It's in the chat.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I went Diggs. Just number 1 guy every week. I'm going to start, and if he gets 20 points, I'm going to kind of expect it, And then CeeDee Lamb should be the focal point of that offense, keeping him running.
Oh yeah, for sure. And Diggs, that's sick.
And then after that, I went again. They were still flying off the board. So I went. After that, with just try to get running backs again. We talked about it here. Volume, I want touches. I went to go get Dameon Pierce. He's going to get the lion's share.
Dang, you got the guys that
he's going to get 70% of it. Yeah, I got the guys.
You got your guys.
I was saying.
Yeah, dude.
And then Miles Sanders.
I try to go for those guys, and
again,
people are
lion's share of the carries. I liked him better than a lot
Miles
of the guys
Sanders.
there. After Miles Sanders kind of dropped off. I wasn't a big fan of getting I didn't really want a Jeff Wilson Jr. or a Mostert. I didn't want to mess with a.
Nah, it got weird.
Singletary. I didn't want to mess with. I'm trying to think of the other guys that were in that range. So I was kind of waiting on. If I didn't get Miles Sanders, I don't know if I would have reached for my next one, but I might have went receiver.
Okay.
But I actually before them I went Dallas Goedert.
Sick.
Consistent tight ends, or after them. So after Miles Sanders, I got Dallas Goedert. I probably would have got him if Miles Sanders was gone, but I got Dallas Goedert. Said, hey, here's the guy I want.
He's your guy.
Consistency. He's a mainstay of that offense. He's I guess number 3 option, but that's just a high octane offense. He's the check down guy. I'm sure people are going to be eyeing off A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. He's not going to be the number one focus of the defense.
Uh-huh.
I think he's just going to be consistent, and I'll be happy. I'll be happy with 8 to 12 points every week, and I'll sit there and not lose a tight end spot, basically.
Yeah, gotcha.
Then I went Khalil Herbert. Again, volume,
dude.
starting guy. That's what he's going to get. Unless he gets hurt, he's going to be taking the lion's share of it. I kind of wanted to target Justin Fields. He went in the first round, too. But, again, couldn't do that. But
yeah, dude. Everybody's went
got
quick.
Herbert. After that, Himmy G at the end. But I started stacking receivers at this point. Because I was like, you know what? I have 3 running backs. I like all of them. I think they're pretty valuable.
Uh-huh.
I need to get someone for either bye weeks and stuff coming in.
Yeah.
So I just started stacking high upside receivers, I think. Zay Flowers could be Rookie of the Year if he gets his shit straight. Odell Beckham is the only one really pushing him for targets. I guess Rashad Bateman, but he plays outside.
Yeah, Bateman's pretty
Zay
good,
Flowers is the only slot receiver they got, and hopefully they'll be just eyed on Mark Andrews, but I think he's got a lot of potential. A rookie guy. He may start slow, but he could find his footing. I like him a lot. Elijah Moore. I've been open about how I am not a huge Deshaun Watson fan. The one thing he does well is throw to the slot receivers, though. And so he does that really, really well. And Elijah Moore is the only slot receiver they have.
I wonder what's the news coming out of from Cleveland about Deshaun Watson.
I think he's been doing better than he used to, but it's not like great, but he's like getting his footing under him.
Oh, interesting.
They're confident. So I took Elijah Moore. He has been a beast for the Jets. He's shown he could be kind of a number 1 guy if he gets the volume.
Oh, yeah.
And I just think
that's true.
Him and Amari,
he's nice.
and Amari Cooper.
He just wanted to get traded because what's his name was getting. He was like, "Fuck this place."
Yeah,
he was fuck Zach Wilson. Okay.
So we'll take that.
It's a good call. It's a good call. I like it.
And then, so after that, I went with Dalton Kincaid. He is a tight end. He may come up, may or may not. I went Dalton Kincaid. He's a tight end who's basically playing the Cole Beasley slot receiver for Josh Allen. And if Josh Allen likes you enough to put you with the slot receiver consistently, that sounds like a good plan to me. Kind of using him as well, if almost like fodder. Like if he starts to go well, I might trade him to upgrade somewhere. Like that's going to be a luxury for me.
Yeah.
If he doesn't do well, I took a flyer in the back end. I might start him the week that Goddard has a bye. But
yeah,
high upside. There's another tight end I was looking at for him that I may talk about today as well. But I like this one a little bit better. So I went Kincaid, and again, like I said, he's basically going to be a slot receiver. So that was good. Paris Campbell I kind of took because who else does the Giants have? I just figured it would be nice.
Volume.
And then I went handcuff with Deontay Foreman.
Just in case one of them ends up being the baller.
And then Deion Jackson. He's going to be the starter
once
now that
the other guy's
gone.
gone. Yeah,
so he's going to be a starting running back for 4 weeks. And that'll be nice if I have to throw that in, or if someone's really struggling, or if someone gets hurt, and maybe I can trade him. For
I almost did that too, yeah, because I got
pick in the draft for me.
I know I was gonna do it too.
In another league too that I do have Jonathan Taylor.
But I went Dotson. I think that was my last pick. Actually, last pick.
Oh, no, Dotson was not your last pick.
Not Dotson.
If it was, I would fight everybody in your league. But,
not Dotson.
Yeah. So I'm happy with it.
Who is he?
I like it. I'm okay with it. I feel like I reached a little bit on Herbert maybe, but I was okay with it at the end. I had a strategy, and I knew that if I didn't get Trevor Lawrence as my second quarterback, I was just going to take one of the last ones. And so I just stuck to it, and you'll be happy. Again, I think Jimmy G is going to be just a consistent. I know what I'm going to get out of him every week, and I'm okay with that. But,
yeah. It's a little interesting. You said 14 team? 14-man team?
14,
or league?
I believe it's a 14-team league. Yeah, let me double check.
Dang. See, because it'd be hard for me to grade this because I've never even seen or been played in one, and it's a double quarterback. Let's see. I mean, you got a strong number 1. You got Burrow.
Yeah, 14 team, 2 quarterbacks. So
yes. Okay,
I
like that. You got your guys. I like your receivers. And you got a good tight end. Off the rip, your starting lineup that's an A. Especially if it's a 14 man league. So I'm actually surprised you even got all these guys. So,
like I said, quarterbacks are, so either you get the one thing I never wanted to do is I don't want to draft like a Kirk Cousins in the third or some shit like that.
Oh,
That kills me.
gotcha. So you went for your guys at that.
Yeah, so I
I
went
mean,
after
shit.
that, and it's.
So what pick were you?
I was 6.
Okay,
And
cool.
So, let me see. What did the hold on?
Yeah, I mean,
So it went-
I'm confident in your whole lineup.
Mahomes, Hurts, Allen, Jackson. It went Mahomes, Hurts, Allen, Jackson, Jefferson. I went Burrow, and then a McCaffrey. So we went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
got it.
7, 8. Trevor Lawrence went in the first round.
Yeah.
8.
That's you really
9,
had to go get your quarterback, but you were able to get Burrow, so that's
10.
super.
There were
solid.
10 quarterbacks taken before my second pick, so I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna.
There's
and
no
some
way
guy
to-
took Kirk Cousins in the second.
Yeah, so at least you got Burrow.
Yeah,
Hey, because
I
you're
think-
not, I mean, Jimmy G. Jimmy G is Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is Jimmy G.
Yeah.
Like,
Aaron
what
Rodgers in the
different can we
third.
really do?
2 in the third, Daniel Jones in the third, Anthony Richardson in the
Sheesh.
fourth. It went Anthony Richardson, Russell Wilson, Geno Smith.
Gotcha.
I just couldn't. I'm like, I don't want to spend a 4th round pick on that.
Yeah, no, 100% makes sense. So yeah, I mean, you got CD, Diggs, 2 true number 1 top 5 guys. Pearson Sanders, like we're talking volume, like you said. So I'm still happy with that. Herbert, we talked about Herbert, but you handcuffed him, so that's huge. I think
Yeah.
that helps your roster spot.
Yeah, I like that.
I
love
especially
doing that.
because I mean, basically, this is your team is based on like, can everybody just stay healthy?
Yeah,
But that's
I
the
would
fourth.
like
That
to.
I mean, but that's kind of everybody's
The
fantasy
other,
team.
I did have one. I remember
Can't have
the
any big ones. Can't
the-
have any big ones go down.
the biggest like question I had, or biggest like it went down to the wire of the last second of my pick was I remember the Khalil Herbert pick. I almost took Terry McLaurin.
I see what you're saying.
But my thing was I didn't really like any of the running backs past Herbert.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'd rather do that and then stack a bunch of receivers to put in the flex.
See who
And I
pops
just
off.
didn't. Yeah. So
Waiver
I might,
wire guys, you know?
I might regret that one. I might regret going Khalil Herbert over Terry McLaurin. That was my biggest like, man, I really want to do this, but I don't know. I wanted that third running back to put in the slot, and I wanted to be able to just
to
not
lock it
have
up.
to punt. Because
Yeah,
I don't
lock
really
it up.
have a backup running back behind it.
Yeah.
And so I figured that I'm using that as my backup running back. And
Yeah, you could find a sneaky receiver, especially with how the NFL goes. There's always that one guy that just booms, and nobody thought that was the guy that was gonna boom. And yeah, so you just gotta get lucky. Waiver wire, man. That's what's been you
Exactly.
this season.
pick it up. Yeah, I'll be picking up running backs when they get hurt. I'll be handcuffing
Yeah.
them. But yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. Good. I mean, good draft. I mean, I like what you were thinking too. Yeah, but especially in a 14-man league, your bench is always gonna just be sleepers on sleepers. Like,
Yep.
but yeah, the biggest thing I think you did is pick up the other linebacker or running back for Chicago. It's huge.
Yeah, the Deontay. But anyways, I liked
thing.
it.
Good
I
thing.
thought I was
Solid.
happy with it at the end.
You could walk
I
into
gotta get
every
some good
Sunday like, look,
nicknames.
just homies ball like you ball.
Yeah,
That's
just
pretty good. That's exactly
what
what
you're
it is.
supposed to do.
Yeah, that's it.
It's a no-brainer starting lineup. I don't mess with it.
No
I don't
way.
try to put people in. I have guys I know that I'm going to
Exactly.
start unless I get proven
Don't fidget.
wrong.
See, I think that's also too when you start, you have too many people.
Too many futzing. Like
You
if
start
Zay
eating.
Flowers goes for like 100
and
yards
that's the
and a
thing with my
touchdown,
bench.
I'm not going to sit there and be like, fuck, I should have started him over starting running back Khalil Herbert. Like, no, I'm just going to be like, oh, that's cool. I'm going to be happy with that, and then I could kind of mess with it.
Yeah, because
It
I
might
think
be a problem later, but I'm
that,
okay with it.
that's my problem with my team. My team is based off of, did I make the right choice?
Yeah. So I think let's go ahead and break it down into the tight ends. For
Oh
this
yeah,
week.
tight end week.
So let's break down tight ends and
Fun fact: I played tight end.
fun facts.
5'9" tight end.
Fun facts.
Yeah, I was more of just like a slot guy,
I
a
don't know if I
glorified.
knew that.
I was always the third. It's because I always like to block, and I was
Classic.
okay with that. I always like to hit people,
So
but I love to catch the ball.
we're gonna start with overrated, right?
Overrated. Oh yeah, okay.
Overrated, Frankie.
It was kind of hard to do
Lead us in.
tight ends, so I kind of wanted to kind of
I
like.
did have this was the hardest one to do.
Yeah,
I
it
felt
really
like.
was. Let me see where I send it. Can't remember which one. Oh, cloud. Oh, there we go. I went Waller, and I just think just because Injuries, I just don't. I mean, he's 4. He's 4th. I just think where he's kind of going to being drafted too, it's too risky for me to put him there when I don't think he's top 5 in the league. You know what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
I'm just, Daniel Jones is over there. I think there's more as a Saquon show, of course. I mean, they have Ingram for so long. Ingram's still not the same player as Waller, but same idea. You know what I'm saying? Pass catching
All right.
just never worked. So I think he won't be 4th overall.
Right.
Or top.
He's
top
going to
4.
be like a top 8, but not like top 4.
Yeah, exactly. I think some other guys are
I
gonna
can
go.
respect that.
Yeah,
can
and I
respect
just,
that decision.
just too risky for me where he's getting drafted. So, yeah, I
Okay.
feel like he's overrated. Or overranked.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay. Who you got for your first?
I got for my first Hawkinson.
Ooh, there you go.
Hawkinson
Same kind
is
of
the
idea.
third-ranked tight end.
Yeah.
And from what I'm hearing, he is not a big fan of the Minnesota Vikings in general. And so they've had a bunch of issues with him at camp, and he's like doesn't want to show up. He doesn't want to practice. He was promised a contract, which could be, that could be just the Vikings screwing him over, but he wanted a contract. They haven't given it to them. And so I just think there's a lot of turmoil. I like Jordan Addison a lot, and I just don't think that offense is good enough to support the number 1 receiver in the world, as well as a very, very good second receiver that you're going to want to get the ball. And then I think people underrate. I'm not drafting in fantasy, but I think as a football player, I think people really underrate KJ Osborne. He had a 200 some odd yard game last year in the what was that, the Colts game or something, where they just kept going back and forth. It was like a 58 to 55 game.
Oof, I don't remember.
I think Hawkinson could easily be the 4th option on that team by the end of the year. And
it's interesting. I mean,
Kirk
they spread the
Cousins has
ball.
Never supported a tight end in his career.
None's ever. They had what's his name for a little bit, and he was kind of cool, but
I'm
still,
thinking the only
still,
guy is on the Redskins.
Rudolph.
Even then, he was.
But still,
he was
exactly, yeah,
never
exactly.
better than a top 8 tight
Yeah,
end.
man,
And
Rudolph
I
was
can't
supposed
think
to be
that
the
he's gonna
guy.
be number 3, and that was without having Rudolph was their second option, I think, on those teams. So I just think.
Yeah, that's pretty high ranked too.
I think number 3 is just way too high. No,
3's too high.
No way in hell I'm drafting him in like the 4th or 5th
Yeah,
round.
exactly. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not worth it. No way.
So that's
You
my
go
opinion.
find another receiver or running back that give you the same output.
Yeah, I just don't trust that offense, and Madison's been a focal point anytime he is. I know he's not as good as Dalvin Cook, but he is consistent enough to where they're going to run the ball, and they're going to throw it up to Jefferson, and Addison's going to be too good to not get the ball.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
All right.
Yeah. Second overranked player I have is Kittle. I think A is still good. About tight ends, about all tight ends, and if you have a history of injuries, I really don't want you. I really don't trust you to finish out the season. You're big guys. You're always down the middle. You're always getting hit. You're, blocking for the most time. You're in the trenches. And Kittle hasn't finished, a full season in a long time as well. So that was kind of where I was going with it.
I
He's
respect
6.
the injury scare from such a like specific position.
Yeah,
That-
no.
If there's one position you'd be like, man, if this guy gets hurt, I can't, because
No.
your backup tight end, you're gonna get 3 points.
Yep.
So I respect the not going. I'm gonna disagree with you on the first one, but I respect the thought process and can.
Yeah,
Can
I mean,
agree with
exactly.
the,
Just where the
like,
draft
thought
position
about
at.
it.
Yeah, draft position where it's coming from. And again, it's like, where's my risk to reward? And
I
I'm
just
like,
have a hard time thinking Brock Purdy can support 3-4 elite fantasy prospects.
They have everybody as a baller.
Brock Purdy has 4 position players going in the top 6 rounds, 5 rounds.
Yes, yeah, for sure.
And he averaged about 250 passing yards a game.
Yeah, I just don't
Where
see
he's
it.
going, yeah.
Outside of
It's too
I
spread
kind of
out.
agree. I agree with the Kittle's a little too high. I almost put him on.
You're
this.
okay.
I think he's such a good football player that
Yeah,
I have a
of
hard
course.
time putting him on an overrated. But I agree that I don't think he's going to be. I think he's going to be lower than his draft position.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean, even
not
last
gonna
year,
get him on
he
a
has
team
big
'cause
games
I'm
though.
not
He has
gonna-
big
I'm not
big
gonna draft
games.
him there.
He could win you a weekend
He'll
for
have
sure.
he'll have.
But
the
he could
matchup
also
problem
lose
games
you
and Purdy's going to sit there.
Your
Yeah.
season if he doesn't finish off the season.
I agree. It's other than
Just
Debo, I'm not really
tight end.
other than Debo and I guess McCaffrey, I'm not really
Oh, yeah,
touching.
exactly. Yeah,
I'm not touching
Niners.
Ayuk. I'm not touching Kittle.
I'm cool. Yeah, I like Kittle
feel
though. I think Kittle's a good player.
I agree with that.
Cool. Who's your
My
number
other
two?
overrated is Hawkinson. I mean, not Hawkinson. Evan Ingram. Hawkinson
Okay,
twice.
hey.
He's that overrated. Evan Ingram. I know he had a great year last year. I had him on a team, and it was phenomenal. It was sick. It was awesome.
Oh,
I
did he?
loved it. It was great. Problem is, Calvin Ridley's back.
That makes sense.
Calvin Ridley plays a slot. Evan Ingram, he's just not going to have the... Zay Jones and Christian Kirk were too good to not be involved. They're going to get 15% of the targets, respectively, each of them, maybe 15 to 17, 18, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 30 to 35% of the targets go to those two guys, and you're going to have the running backs. ETN's going to get 10% of the targets, maybe more than that, and then you're going to have Calvin Ridley that's going to just soak up. He's going to get 20, 25% of the targets.
Yeah.
And so you got maybe 10% left over for a tight end that has only really stayed healthy for a full season.
Yeah.
Outside of that, I just think he's going way too high. I would like him as a backup because he's like I want to say he's like the 7th. He's a top 8 tight end.
Got it.
And I just don't think I love Trevor Lawrence, but he's not good enough to be that 4th, even 5th option of that team. I don't know if maybe he's not above Zay Jones, but Zay Jones is just like takes kind of those breakout plays.
Yeah.
And I just I wouldn't draft him where he's going. I wouldn't feel comfortable if he was like, if I spent a prime top 7, like a 7th round pick on him and I need him over other people, I just don't trust him.
Got it.
But yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, like I said, if like you're not getting a Kelsey or man, I think it's the only tight end I'm going to ever shoot for. Just Kelsey.
Other than that, you sit back and
I
get
sit back. I mean, there's like, yeah, exactly. Who?
maybe one of these guys on the next list.
Yes, exactly. Breakout. Yeah. So I got breakout.
Put in for your breakout.
The dude I
I
got.
hope you don't have Evan Ingram on there.
No, I don't actually. I got Fremuth.
Wow.
Yeah, I got my guy. Just consistent. I think he's 8th. I think he could finish top 5. Again, like we said on the QB episode, I like Kenny Pickett. I think he's going to sling it a little bit more too. Fremuth is a guy he just catches the ball inside where he needs to catch the ball, and he's pretty good in the red zone too. For sure hands. That's what I like. When a tight end, I just need guys the big paws.
Catch the ball.
Big paws. But yeah, I just, and I'm always confident in like picking Steelers players, just in the sense that they're gonna play. Because I love their head coach.
I'm gonna make this quick. He's also my number 1 breakout.
Woohoo!
We did it.
Sick.
We got a couple. Really,
we're back.
Yeah,
the
back.
First QB episode, we were off.
So
well, we're catching.
I agree. Kenny Pickett, I think he's gonna do really well. I think Fremuth is prime pick. I think they have Pickens and Deontay that are just so fast and just gonna tear up. You have to keep the safeties over him, and if you got a linebacker with this guy all game, he's just going to be a machine.
I think Warren is really good too as a pass catcher. So you know what I'm saying. I think there's a lot of things.
And
there's moving parts, and even
Fremuth's stats by the end of the year
is
might be underwhelming, but he's going to get 6 catches, 80 yards.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be like, oh, cool, another 14-point outing by my tight end. That's cool.
Yeah. What I really hope though is I think they just need to help on the offensive line. I think that's what was the biggest thing. So hopefully they got some offenses. Yeah, because that's why last year Harris wasn't getting off because I had Harris last year. So I'm gonna give him. I'm always a year off. So I gave him a second chance this time.
Nice.
Yeah, I think for the most part that. If they fix those problems, then we're in better shape. This offense is going to be really fun to watch. A lot of pieces. Yeah.
So give me your. So I'll agree. So that's mine again.
And then I'm going to finally go with the guy that you might just be off on just by years. I'm going to go Pitts.
Yep. I just can't do it, but
I did it for you because I was looking through the list and I was like, I know he can't. You know what? But I'm going to say,
I'm not going to take him
for pain or gain,
you can have him.
But I'm going to go Kyle Pitts. This is the year. Athletic, just get the volume. Ritter's going to be the guy for him, and he's just going to prove he's going to show out.
I hope so.
So that's my That was my
He's
pick
got all the
for
talent. It's just is this when the Falcons kind of put it together? I'm just scared of having 40 rushes a game from that team.
you. Well, Mariota was running the ball too, so everybody was running the damn ball. Ritter at least will like try. Because I don't. Oh, he is fast too, but still, I think there's a lot more. They got London. I like they're young and I like it. So, yeah. So, but again, Kyle Pitts.
Okay.
Who you got for your number 2?
My number 2 breakout is Hunter Henry.
You like him, huh? I've
Hunter
always
Henry,
liked him too. Good receiver.
he was really. I loved him when he was on the Chargers.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
He was kind of banged up when he was on
injuries, man. Fuck,
the
tight ends with
Patriots.
injuries.
But I think getting him kind of in the late rounds and getting him, the Mac Jones needs a safety outlet, and Hunter Henry has all of the tools for it. And even, what was it, 2 years ago, he had like 11 touchdowns before Mac Jones got in there. And so
he's in the right scheme for sure.
Yeah, I think that the Patriots offense needs, now that they actually have an offensive play caller on the team, I think it should turn out a little bit better. They have Juju. They have more than one. I'm not a huge fan of Juju, but he also does things that Hunter Henry does, but as a receiver. So you have to put a bigger guy on him. And you can't just rely on a small corner. And so that's going to take a little bit of that safety help as you have to do that. And I think it's just going to open up a little bit more.
Yeah.
Mac Jones, he's kind of like, all right, I got to start performing. I almost lost a job to Bailey Zappi last year. Yeah. Got to start doing stuff. I think he's just going to look for him a lot more. Again, he's going to have the 5 catches for 80 yards.
Mac Jones is my sleeper.
So I just think he's primed to do a lot more.
Yeah. That's cool. I mean, I just think they're going to be slinging it.
Yeah.
I think like old school times, sling it.
Okay.
Good call. I like it. You might have convinced me to kind of go keep an eye on Hunter Henry down later.
If he's on your waiver wire,
if I lose,
I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, cool. We got sleeper. Sent it at DJ yesterday. Let me pull it up. My sleepers, late rounders. I went Michael Mayer.
Okay, I love it. Sell me.
I just think that just again volume passing. I mean, Jimmy G has a good tight end thing. Why not give it a shot? I mean, he might not even be drafted in some, so you might catch him later. But some people are gonna go for him. I mean, we are from the Bay Area, so people are going
Thanks for the follow, big guy.
Oh yeah.
I can't read I need glasses. I can't read very well.
Liam.
Hey, Liam.
Thanks, Liam, for the follow. Talking some fantasy football.
Give us
This is our sleepers of tight ends right now. So so Michael Mayer on the Raiders. I think just with this offense, just scheme and everything, I think I'm very confident in taking a late round chance on Michael Mayer. I think I don't think because I don't think he's 27. He could finish in the top 20 or.
He could be a viable week-to-week starter
Baby Gronk.
at times.
Come on now, Baby Gronk. Gotta take a chance on Baby Gronk. You know what I'm saying? I think because we just don't know. I like the don't know. I like rookie tight ends. I think that's what it is. I like young rookie tight ends because again, I'm big on injuries with tight ends. They haven't gotten injured yet. They're young, fresh legs, so they're just probably going to be their fastest that they're going to be on the football field their whole career. So I'm gonna go with Michael Mayer as my first sleeper of the year.
I love it. I would have had him in potential breakouts. If I'm just worried about the Austin Hooper, if he can be a solid tight end, he might take some stuff. But I love it, and I hope that's what's going to happen with it.
Yeah, I mean, I think Hooper and Mayer. I think again he's younger, faster, and he's going to be a little bit more swaggier too. I like his even as we're playing his highlights, got them paws. Yeah, good one. And who you got for your sleeper tight end?
My other sleeper, or my beginning one, I think we're going to see a theme, is another rookie tight end, Sam Laporta. He's a rookie tight end, actually the first tight end off the board.
Kranz, thanks for the follow,
Kranz. First tight end off the board, Sam Laporta for the Detroit Lions. I like him a lot. He has all the intangibles, and Goff needs some sort of weapon other than Amon-Ra. Because that's all they got. They don't have Chark anymore. Chark's on Carolina, I think.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to be their defense just isn't good enough yet, and there's still going to be a lot of.
Look, and then
they got a lot of volume to go.
And do you have any background information on Laporta?
Sam Laporta is out of Iowa, and he was.
Ooh, I like Iowa.
He was a
tight
big
ends.
sleeper guy. Of like, he was the third ranked tight end on a lot of people's boards. And Detroit famously just went after their guys this draft. They picked up the running back in the 12th pick. They said they would have picked him ahead of Bijan if they needed to, but
go get your guys.
They went to get their guy. They drafted Laporta ahead of Michael Mayer, who was a consensus #1 tight end. So that tells you they like him. They might use him in the slot.
He started slipping down.
He was just, I feel like he was raw in college. That was the big knock on him, was he was a little bit raw coming out.
Let me just take a look.
But he's hyper athletic, kind of a George Kittle Jr. But he's big body, fast, a little awkward when he runs. You can even see on some of the highlights. He's just goofy. He's kind of goofy, which is like, Kittle was goofy coming out, and that helped him because no one really knew how to cover him. Like, Gronk was goofy. People didn't know what to do with him. So that might be to his benefit. I'm always scared to think of the rookie tight ends because no rookie tight end really does good. It was the Kyle Pitts had 1,000 yards, but like 1 touchdown in his first career, whatever it was.
Yeah, it all depends.
First
I
season.
mean, because
So
usually if you're going for a tight end, you're already on a team that's kind of stacked. You know what I'm saying? And they only do the last little pieces, kind of like, oh, I'm going to finish a tight end right there.
Yeah. And again, volume. I think he's their starting tight end, and I think he's going to stay starting tight end. That's the problem with these guys. Even like they were talking about Virgil Green, is they actually just traded their starting tight end. So Virgil Green might actually be a little bit of a sleeper too. I agree. But he's kind of been in the league for a while. He might just be that comfortable guy. You just never really know.
Yes, I mean, especially with tight ends.
I'd rather take the goofy guy who no one really knows what to do with and hope that he just kind of gets a bunch of dinks and dunks, because the Lions line is pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
A lot of tight ends and running backs get, these last second drop offs from really good lines because like, all right, I'll just take the 5 yards because I've been sitting in here and no one's covered or everyone's covered. So it's just he's just funky, and I kind of like the funky tight end guys.
All right, I like it. Going into my second sleeper, kind of what you're thinking about too. Just nobody knows who he is. Nobody knows the end. You just know that some guy needs, going to get some targets, and I'm going with Jake Ferguson. Jake Ferguson, Dallas Cowboys. Even though they drafted a rookie, Schoonmaker, I watched both of their highlight tapes and just kind of seeing what they do, and it just. Jake has a little bit more swagger to him. So, I mean, and he's on the top of the depth chart. So I did go with the first one on top of the depth chart. I think last year he played with us. They were talking about him having, some upside from last year.
Troy Nicholas in a second.
But again, he's like, look at volume. If there's one thing you're going to get from the Cowboys offense is volume from the tight end. Or if not, what it always is tight end touchdowns. I had Schultz last year, and he just did that, even though it's like at least 5 catches, 50 yards, and possibly a touchdown.
That's what I want on my late round tight ends. Give me 5 catches a game. If you get 20 yards, I'll be happy. If you get 70 yards, I'll be happy. Just get the 5 catches.
And just be and he's a big target, 6'5". He athletic. He could actually make some plays. As you just saw in the highlight, he just jumped over somebody. So there were some cool things. Some cool things that I saw. Like I said, he has just a little some swagger to him. He can run in open field, and I like that much more. So I'm gonna go with Ferguson.
Yeah. Before I get to my other one,
because he's 33rd, and maybe he could at least get up closer to the 20s.
A little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Troy Nicholas, our chat brought it up. I have actually looked at him a lot.
Troy Nicholas?
Yeah, he's on the Bucks.
Ooh, interesting.
Another Notre Dame tight end. He has all the tools. I don't trust Baker Mayfield to be able to hold more than I already don't really like. I'm very sketch on having both Chris Godwin and Mike Evans.
How did Njoku do with Njoku was always hurt.
Njoku was on
with Baker though. He was with Baker. He was Baker for a little
bit.
Baker
can support it. My problem is
but I think
they
Njoku
just
was
lost their center. They're all pro center. They lost him for the year.
Did they really?
Their right tackle is horrendous. Their right guard is mediocre at best. Their left tackle is good. I think their left guard's average, but I don't trust them to get. I think the dump offs are going to Rashad White. I don't trust them to be able to sustain that. And I think Cameron Brate is still
one of the guys there too.
Yeah, he's been in there long enough. He's gonna be safe.
Interesting.
But yeah. Oh, is he on? Is he? I thought he was on the Bucks. Is he on Denver?
No, Virgil Green is.
Virgil Green is on.
Virgil Green. Oh.
Trey Nicholas actually is retired.
Oh,
Trey Nicholas.
who's the backup tight end for them then?
For Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
What you said? I think.
Cade
Troy.
Otten. That's the guy I was thinking of. I think Cade Otten is his name.
It is Cade Otten.
Cade Otten was the guy I was thinking.
Cade Otten.
You guys threw me off with that. Cade Otten was the other guy I almost had on here. But Cameron Brate, I just don't trust him as the same. But Cade Otten's he's gotten to play a few times because Cameron Brate had those concussions, and when he played, he did really well. But I just don't like the support of. I don't think.
Cool. And then what was your guy's name again?
Sam Laporta, my first one, or
Oh, you haven't done your second one yet?
my second one? No. So my
Oh,
second
gotcha.
sleeper-
Gotcha.
Yeah, I was just mentioning.
Gotcha. Oh, from chat. Gotcha.
My second sleeper is Luke Musgrave. He is the starting tight end for the Jordan Love-led Green Bay Packers.
Why not?
The options there are Christian Watson.
2,500 yards of
Romeo
passing have to go
Doubs.
somewhere.
Romeo Doubs and Christian Watson is what they have. You have this tight end with a quarterback who, not a rookie, but he's starting for the first time, and Jace Amaro, Texas Tech legend and short-time New York Jet, I guess. Luke Musgrave gonna get
I like that.
a lot of targets.
Yep.
Even if he doesn't get a lot of targets, who else do they have? That's my kind of thing. If you're the starting
you're still
tight
gonna
end
you're
and
still
you're
gonna throw
be
the ball
de facto
for.
third option, that's kind of cool.
Do you think Packers are gonna be good this year? Do you think their defense is good enough to help the young?
I think they're going to be in games, and I think Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon win them enough games. Their defense is getting older, and that's the problem, but Jair Alexander is still that dude.
He's that dude.
He is that dude.
Yeah.
And they still have a good enough pass rush to I think they get by, but I'm not, happy about it. 10 wins might be, over and under 9.5 probably. I think that the Lions win the division. That's kind of the lukewarm, cold take at this point.
You said Lions?
Yeah, I think Lions take the division, but it's still the Packers, though. I have a hard time thinking they're just going to kind of fizzle out. But, yeah, Luke Musgrave, lots of targets.
I mean, if you think about their
If
the
that's my
division,
last pick
the
of the draft,
division
I got a shitty
doesn't
tight end,
necessarily
do
have
that.
crazy good secondaries other than the Packers. So,
Yeah, and
they're playing.
they're a solid secondary.
I guess Lions have a good defense, but not as good as the
Lions.
Packers.
Bears is
Bears
getting better, but it's not
it's
great.
still
We
young.
went
So
over that the other
so a lot
day.
of so high scoring games in the AFC North or NFC North. So all right, I like it. Cool sleepers, people I could look at after. You know what I'm saying. Hopefully nobody from our league is looking at the same players as us.
Fuck those guys. 50, fuck off.
Yeah.
But yeah. So now let's do your
Top 5.
Yeah.
All right, top 5. Here we go.
Who are you targeting?
I'm targeting them. The way I thought about this too is where I'm drafting them at.
LeVar Ball would have been Antonio Gates 2.0.
Yeah, so for a draft position, if I kind of really wanted to go that way, the way I kind of set it up, I wanted to go Kelsey. I do think Pitts has a breakout year, so I'm going to go Pitts for my second one. Goddard, and then Freiermuth, and then Schultz. That was my top 5, where they're kind of getting
Where you
drafted.
want it, yeah.
If I'm not getting these guys, then it doesn't really fucking matter. I'd rather go get some random receiver that I think that could have a breakout or a sleeper. Or maybe at that point, if it's maybe I go get the first best defense. Let me go check to see, maybe I go get the first best defense. But yeah, so that was my top 5 of drafting tight end and where their positions at.
Okay.
What you got?
I've got 2 of your overrateds on my top 5 target, baby. I'm in. Kelsey, number 1, obviously.
Yeah.
I personally
Is
love
it just
the Darren Waller. I
Are you
think
just because
him-
old highlights in your
they
brain?
have nobody.
That's true too.
Isaiah
Volume.
Hodgins. Jalen Hyatt. They have like 2 guys,
I don't know.
and as long as he stays healthy, I mean, it's kind of a gamble. I get it.
I'm a hater
I'm a
on the idea of because I'm a Cowboys fan, so I couldn't really just want to. I don't want Waller to succeed.
That's fine.
So that was my idea in that too.
I'm good, but like I'm
Waller,
taking
old
him.
Raider.
I'll
Yeah,
take
I
him in
feel
like
it.
the 6th. That's fine with me. Where he's kind of.
He's kind of well. He went pretty early.
Because as
in my
long as he
league.
stays healthy, but like you're taking a risk on a lot of. I'm taking the same risk on Kittle. I'm taking like I would rather kind of risk those guys
I see what
because
you're
I
saying.
trust the later round tight ends at this point.
Uh-huh.
Like I trust if I'm getting a Waller or a Kittle, I'm gonna get a Dalton Kincaid or I'm gonna get a Freiermuth to back up. I'm gonna get these guys that I know like, hey, I'm at least gonna be okay if you're in the lineup, but I'm gonna take a risk. And
Yeah,
try
I
to-
see what you're saying.
You're either first or last. I don't want to
Gotcha.
get third in my league. I want to get first.
Yeah.
Next one, Dallas Goedert. Again, just consistency out
Yeah,
of it. I
with
like
you.
where he's kind of positioned. I'll take him if he's there, type of thing. Unless one of the guys I like is there. I do kind of believe in Danny Jones. He's just fun. Like I loved watching Giants games. I hate to say it. Giants games were fun by the end of the
They
year.
were pretty good though. I mean,
by
they
the end of
were
the year,
they
they
were
were
winning.
fun
They
because
were
you're
winning.
just like, man, are they gonna?
We're gonna do it
Danny
again.
Dimes just
They got their
scrambled for
defense.
45 yards.
See what
That's
happened at the end
stupid.
though.
Let's do that again.
That happened at the end is their defense just got completely hurt. All their whole secondary was hurt, and that was it. I mean, other than they had a good run, but everybody on their secondary got hurt, and they just couldn't sustain
I just
it.
enjoyed watching Danny Dimes. I didn't expect him. I was like, hey, I hope if he does fine, that's fine with me. I have no dog in the fight, but it was funny to me.
Yeah.
But anyways, Mark Andrews is just safe. If he drops a little bit, I take him. Or if he just happens to be there and surround his ADP, I might do it if there's not a guy that I'm in love with. And then the other thing is George Kittle. I think he's a risk, and I think depending on the rest of my team, Mako, I'm 5th, and I know I just talked about how I don't think Brock Purdy can support the cast. I think if anything happens, Debo's going to get less and less of the passing game, and I think it has to be Kittle. I don't trust Brandon Ayuk.
The way I see Kittle is the way I used to see Dwayne Wade, and it was just kind of like he's always so balls to the wall, and his style of play just always leads to injury because he likes to hit hard. He likes to do that. He likes to do this and that. So, I mean, later down the road of Dwayne Wade's career, he just kind of just started falling apart. He wasn't doing the same stuff like before. So that's kind of how I see Kittle. Kittle's an amazing player. Probably still get you stats, but again, it's like, can they make it through? Ballers, though. Ballers.
I like Kittle. It's just, so much volume, man.
That's true.
So much volume. But I can't
Wait,
resist
second
it.
round?
I can't resist it. No, not second round.
Third round?
He's like late tight end.
Well, I guess maybe because
He's not. Where is he going? Let me look up.
yeah,
on
double check.
the draft wizard stuff. He is. I remember liking him when I saw him. So he's the 5th tight end, but he's getting drafted in like the 6th round. So I'm okay with that. If I've got my,
if somebody
I'll
doesn't
take
go up.
him instead of my flex spot if I don't like a guy. So it's okay. I just think after that, I don't trust Pitts, and I don't know if I want to wait 2 more rounds for Goddard type of thing.
Gotcha.
So I'm okay with it just because I think he's going to be, for where he's at, I still take him over TJ Hawkinson.
Kittle?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I would too.
And I
100%.
think that was more of thing is like if I got not too many people are going to take the tight ends early, and if they do and he still happens to be there at his ADP, I'm comfortable with it.
Yeah, I'm okay with that too.
But
all right, cool. I like it.
yeah.
I definitely took all your considerations during my draft. As I was looking through, I was like, you know what? Dr. T said on Painter Gang. I should worry about this. All right, we're going into our official live draft. Right?
Yes. So we went. What pick do we have? We had did we have number
8?
No, we had 8, and we had.
Oh no, we had 7. I think we had 7. We had 7 and 2.
7 and 2.
7 and 2. So we'll see what we get now. It's at the every top of 5 minutes. I'm actually pretty confident is next week Labor Day?
Yeah.
Okay, so next Monday, when the Chips Are Down podcast and also us will be going to Top Golf to see what position we pick. And it's gonna be fun. A lot of fun games that you could play at Top Golf. Shout out Top Golf one time. But yeah, I'm ready for that one. Actually, I'm not ready for that one because anything that we've talked about of like players and draft positions,
People about to steal.
it's
not
not.
okay.
No, it's not gonna steal. I don't think they're gonna steal. What I think it is it's just complete mayhem in ours. Like there is no
that's
rules.
the fun part.
There's no rules to this. There's like, why would you draft? You know what I'm saying? Like, but no, nobody plays by the rules on this one. Everybody's just gonna go get their guy. This is the most interesting drafting I've ever been in. So it's fun. We have all the great right characters for it. It makes sense for us.
Well, bless her.
Bless you.
Yeah, always a good time. I hope Deshaun Jackson gets drafted. That'll make me happy. Well, who's the new guy? He doesn't have Deshaun Jackson anymore.
Saquon.
Oh, that's right. And he took him and that worked out.
That worked out great for him. Yeah.
Son of a gun.
I think he made playoffs, but lost in playoffs. So shout out Ryan. Ryan just go gets his guys. He likes his guys. Go get your guys. Simple as that.
Get your guys.
Simple as that. And that's what I did this year too. Go get Gabe Davis. Gotta go get that guy. Gotta go get. No, I really didn't want Pollard. Pollard's my guy. He's my guy. But I'm just too nervous to picking anybody on my team.
Yeah, it's tough. It's such a gift and a curse to watch.
Yeah.
I remember having Josh Jacobs last year, and it was torture. It was not super fun.
It's funny because then you get mad at your coach, like you regularly get mad. Just
throw
give
the
it the
ball.
ball. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Why don't you fucking just? Why is he in? So the only thing about Pollard though is I think Deuce Vaughn is going to be taking goal line carries from him.
Which is weird because he's 5'7".
But the thing is, he's 5'5".
5'5". Jesus.
So we were
Christ.
talking. Me and Jen's been talking about it. He's just super hard to tackle,
You
especially
can't
in the red
see
zone.
him either.
Yeah, over the line, you're supposed to just kind of
Damn,
like
dude.
pick a hole.
That
And he's
sucks.
small, and yeah, exactly. So that's my biggest thing. But I think that also makes up for. Well, again, that's why I just kept on just trying to fill my roster spots
You
with
guys are number one, and you're 36 seconds left.
All right, number
36
one pick.
seconds.
Yeah.
Rock, paper,
Oh.
scissors, shoot.
Here you go.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh,
God
shit, damn it.
No, rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, rock paper scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah.
All right.
Justin Jefferson, anyways.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not gonna
That's
really.
what you got to do.
Yeah, we're not gonna fight over that.
So we're gonna have to.
I almost
we're
had
gonna have to
Eckler.
coordinate on the
10
turn.
seconds left.
We're gonna have to coordinate our turn picks.
We're for 10 seconds as in we're already up.
Yeah,
Pick.
until it
I thought
starts.
we were. Okay, gotcha. I thought we were already picking. Pick it. Yeah, I mean that was easy. You just gotta hope for the best. Draft. And you're like, cool, got the best receiver.
That's just consensus.
Damn, we got the fucking.
Yeah. That's what you got to do.
Is there anybody else you could even question to be number one pick?
You could argue Christian McCaffrey for just
Eckler, I
pure
guess.
amount of volume in that offense. You could also technically, I could see it, argue either Tyreek Hill or Travis Kelce. Tyreek Hill might break the receptions record in that offense, and Travis Kelce is the ultimate cheat code compared to every other tight end in the league. Would I do that? No, but you know.
Bijan's still going high, man. In our league, my draft, I almost took a waiver on Bijan in the second, but or in the third,
Bijan
or
was there in
second.
the third. Interesting.
No, second.
Probably
Second. But somebody took him right before, and then Chubb was taken, and then I had to go Pollard.
Yeah, Bijan went top 5 in both the ones that I was in.
Shit,
or
dude.
top 5 of like position players picked.
It's interesting. I went Saquon. Okay, what we got here? What you thinking? Thinking now we're gonna go running back,
I may just go, if there's 2 running backs I like, I would just go like
back-to-back running backs.
yes, Jacobs and Mixon. If Jacobs and Mixon are there, I don't think I pick.
Yeah, see, Jacob. I almost got Jacobs, but nope. Somebody went Jacobs before me too.
Yeah, if Jacobs and Mixon are there, I don't think I pick both of them.
I think Chubb falls.
If someone
Chubb's a
like
big fall.
Stephon Diggs falls, that gets me a little.
Oh, maybe Chubb
those
won't
aren't-
fall now.
Those aren't going. If Chubb falls, I would take Chubb and Jacobs. But
Yeah, exactly. Just go Jacobs. Would you even question an
I wouldn't even think about a running back until one that I liked fell anymore after that.
Yeah, it's going back to back.
So
Yeah, exactly.
I personally would just because I like having that consistency of, hey, again, I got 2 bell cows. They're getting hella touches. They're just moving. I don't even know if they're going to be here.
Ooh, it's up to this guy.
But if not, I think I still go Mixon and I go maybe like an Olave or something. Josh Jacobs gone.
Shit, yeah, I guess. Actually, yeah. So say,
But if AJ Brown's there, I'm happy going AJ Brown.
So we got to go Mixon. That's
yeah,
for sure.
I think Mixon's the last of this tier.
Dang, this
and then I would have to go receiver here of whichever. The only other thing is I would reach personally maybe for Aaron Jones, but I don't know. I'm gonna go Mixon, and I'll let you take the hard part.
I would go best running back. I would go best running back, and I would probably do the same. Because again, it's like
Aaron Jones.
Yeah, because everybody else is still like number 2s. Like at least get a number 1.
Yeah. My only
Pass
other
catcher
thing would
too.
be
Pass
Olave.
catcher.
I would have thought about Olave long and hard.
Nah, I mean,
but
you guys convinced
again,
me to be
I'm
Aaron
okay
Jones fans now. So
yeah, Aaron Jones.
I'm an Aaron Jones fan. So I would do the same
Aaron Jones
thing.
in that offense is just, I think, going to go crazy.
Yeah,
I
because
have Aaron Jones
later
in
on,
too. I think he's going to get all the things. So now I wait.
I'm okay with that.
Now, all right, there's not too many running backs. Now I think there's going to receiver fault. Could we go Debo and Ridley on the flip? Maybe. I don't have to reach for a running back.
No, receiver. I think
don't have
receivers
to do that. Maybe even if Mark Andrews, I think about it. I'm okay. I got my running backs. I like a lot of the receivers. Like, I can kind of maybe I go a Mark Andrews, Lamar Jackson on the flip. That would be interesting.
Mark Andrews, Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
So I was aiming for getting Lamar in the 4th with nobody else because I just knew I was like too far back. Like so I had to go back
to quarterback run. Mahomes, Allen, Jalen Hurts. I'm
Gibbs,
okay with that. That's fine with me.
Gibbs would be kind of a good one to go too, but Gibbs, I mean,
Gibbs is a risk for me just because they have David Montgomery and he's going to take
the
15
pass catching
carries a game. Yeah. Jameer Gibbs you're gonna have to rely on him getting 80, touchdowns, receptions this year.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's the touchdown vulture like what Williams was last year. Yeah, a lot of people don't like Najee. Najee was just falling. Had to take a waiver on him.
Yeah, I'm good with him later, but
yeah, exactly. It's not, but still, like he's not gonna be there. People are, yeah, we might go Lamar and Mark Andrews. I'm okay with that. Get the stat.
Interesting. If I have Devo and Ridley there, I think about it though.
Yeah. Or Damian. Oh, gone. No, everybody's going. Yeah, everybody's going.
So now I'm thinking of, all right, what's my backup plan? I like Deontay Johnson. I kind of like Amari Cooper. I don't know if I want to wait for Joe Burrow yet. I'm okay with getting to Trevor Lawrence later on. It's going to be tough though, but if it's the Mark Andrews, Lamar, I think I do it.
I might go exactly. Debo not there. Try to get a Keenan. Do you like
the only
Keenan?
thing is I'm not liking too many of these running backs past a certain point.
Really good thing we got 2 because it would have been rough.
Yeah, so that's why I love doing that because I'm like, fuck, I don't want to reach for like a Breece Hall or Rashad.
You could
White
definitely lose
Sanders
if your running backs
now.
are not that good, and that's how 50 losses. Debo gone right before us,
Gone,
or two
okay.
before us.
I'm okay with Keenan Allen too.
Oh,
Mark Andrews is gone.
So maybe Lamar, best athletic player. Like that's the best of the best right there. Top 5 quarterback.
Either that, or I could just go solid and have Keenan Allen and Amari Cooper.
Oh, there you go.
Or Deontay.
That's because you need to fill us out that risk.
If we're scared of injuries, not Keenan Allen.
Actually, you know what? I'm
going to go Cooper first and give us a little bit more time to think. I personally would go Deontay over. I just think he's more secured over Keenan Allen. He has not been healthy at all.
Actually, that's why I went to go get Quentin Johnson later.
So I'm going to make the executive. I'm going Deontay Johnson. And I'm
okay because he was really good last year. It was kind of the same situation like last year where I was like I kind of went best on the board and I ended up with Deontay Johnson. Mm-hmm. He's a really good player.
Yeah,
he's for sure
he's
hands.
A fun player to watch.
Yeah, for sure hands.
So this is when I'm sitting. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wait. Maybe I get a Fields. Maybe I get a Herbert. Maybe no one takes Lamar Jackson.
Yeah,
so this
we'll
is when
see.
I'm okay.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
Trevor Lawrence is kind of the lowest quarterback that I want to be at.
Tough.
And so on my next flip, I'm probably taking quarterback. Because I like this. I'm okay with this. quarterback, running back, or quarterback and, tight end if one's there. So, like, now, like, do I take a Kittle in the 7th round? Sure. That's why I'm kind of okay with Kittle kind of being in there, unless he's already gone and I just didn't see it. But
maybe
tight end. No, see, Darren Waller, Kittle, Goddard. I'm happy with all of them.
Yeah.
So I'm good enough. I'm confident. I can go quarterback and then my favorite tight end on the board and be happy. And I still.
If we could
feel
end
like
up with Fields, I'm happy with that.
I kind of liked Alexander Madison. I was okay if he was up there. Like, Scary Terry's there. Shit, I'm kind of okay.
Could we get a Rashad? No, he's gone.
Rashad White?
Nah, he's gone.
He's going to be gone, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe a Miles Sanders if he's there.
Yeah,
I'm not a huge James Cook guy, but I think he's like, that's a potential
I think we might get lucky and get Fields. I think if everybody else kind of went quarterback early.
There goes Miles Sanders.
Oof, this is
I don't
it
really
right
like
here.
James Conner.
Can we get Fields? Can we get the dual threat?
And so this is what I would see if I go Herbert. I probably just stack my
Somebody
points
went
anyways.
Jonathan Taylor. Everybody's kind of getting nervous about running back. Good thing we went 2.
People are gonna read. So I'm gonna wait until there's one I like. So I'm gonna wait to get the Khalil Herbert or something at the end.
Mm-hmm.
So again, I would look. I think you're right. I think going Justin Fields here is good, and I think we can get a more consistent maybe quarterback at the end. I'm okay with it. But like here, I kind of like Darren Waller right here. I like Darren Waller. I like Kittle. I like one of them. Whichever one is your favorite from there. I've got a full roster. I've got guys that I'm not really worried about missing games. There goes Fields.
God damn it! So do we go Herbert? Right. That's what my position is. Like I need to get a number 1.
I think that's smart. He's, every year he's gonna be a thought of.
Look,
okay, is he in the MVP?
Cool enough. Yeah.
So now we go tight ends, just what we talked about.
Yeah, because at least we get a top 5. I would stick. Who we going? Kittle.
So it's either Darren Waller, Kittle, Pitts. We could just go Pitts. I'm not a huge fan of that. I know
160. What's the difference? What's the difference of like points in between them? Let's do Waller.
I just think he's getting so many targets. If he gets hurt, he gets hurt. Yeah, I'm going to take the same risk with Kittle. I just feel like as long as he's playing, he's getting targets. I'd rather have
boomer bust.
I don't want to have the weeks where he plays and he gets 2 catches for 12 yards.
Our week 13 is going to suck because Justin Jefferson's going to be out and Waller's out.
Yeah, that's fine. So now we can even go. I could even just.
Now you were just stacking.
If Kyle Pitts is there on the turnaround, fuck it. I take Pitts.
That'd be cool.
I'm in. I'm happy with it.
I couldn't get my second guy. I wanted my second guy, but I did go on waiver wire to go get Jake Ferguson.
Yeah.
Just in case.
So now I'm pretty confident. Mixon, he gets banged up a little bit, but Aaron Jones is an Iron Man. He stays healthy. Justin Jefferson's never hurt. Amari Cooper's pretty good about staying on the field. Deontay Johnson's never hurt. I got Waller, which is the question mark.
Some leagues actually allow you to play 2 tight ends too, so we still could go get.
We could play him in the flex.
We could play him in the flex. Yeah, I'm okay with this.
So we just let it fall.
We're just kind of like
you're just okay. I know there could be higher, but this is a safe draft, I would say.
Yeah, I like Deontay Young,
and then you went 2
young
running backs,
volume.
And then you went best on the board again.
Yep. If we could kind of like piece together, like handcuff ourselves to a nice number, a nice tight end.
Back. I want a tight end and a third running back is what I'm.
Ooh, that's true. Yeah, because we're going back to back anyways.
Yep.
I would like that.
So maybe I go J.K. Dobbins in here if he's there. I don't really like David Montgomery. I like.
Oh, as you're going down, oof, it gets rough, man.
So
it gets rough.
So right now I've got an eye on Courtland Sutton. He's the only receiver on that offense that's alive. Jahan Dotson, I'm thinking of. Smith
there you go.
Jigbas, I'm thinking of. Khalil Herbert.
We gotta get Herbert.
So Herbert's the one, and then I might just go Herbert Dillon,
just in case.
I have the super handcuff. Aaron Jones gets hurt, he's in. I could start both of them for a week and probably still be fine, honestly.
Gonna pull the.
I think I'm going
Sarah.
Herbert and Dotson, or Herbert and Sutton are my 2. What I'm eyeing out right now. I don't expect Tyler Lockett to be there.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
If he's there, I'll take him too.
You don't like a Pittman?
I do, but I don't trust. I trust Jahan Dotson and Courtland Sutton more. Again, Sutton's
I like Dotson.
Sutton's year after year after now.
Oh, okay, sick.
Year after ACL.
Okay.
And I think Pittman should be
Good to
gone.
know.
If Pittman is there, I'd have a conversation
I
with
like
myself
Pittman.
about it.
I just don't know what's going down with Richardson. I've never seen him play.
He's gone. Thank God I don't have to. Oh no, he's not gone. Shit. Well, we're taking Herbert no matter what,
Yeah, that's for sure.
and I'll give us a little bit more time. So I'm kind of okay with going Pittman after this. So it's between Pittman, Dotson, and Sutton, in my opinion.
Pittman.
I like
Dotson.
Pickens, but I don't think he's there yet. So you're going
And
him,
how much is the difference? Let's see. Gibson.
180.9. This is going to be
How far down?
Jahan 173, 186.
Same old.
So it's just kind of.
I mean, I like. Is he a number one? Pittman Jr. Is he number one? Last number one. Then I'll take the last
He's number one. Cortland's also number one.
Ooh. But do we trust Russell Wilson now?
I don't know. Do we trust? I think I might trust Russell Wilson.
Okay.
more
Okay.
than-
Let's go Sutton.
I trust Russell Wilson more than
Judy is hurt. I forgot. Yeah, that's hella targets.
Judy's hurt. Tim Patrick tore his ACL.
Oh fuck, dude.
So,
Oh
Or
god.
tore his Achilles or something.
Poor guy.
So now I'm gonna wait. Maybe
Damn,
we'll get
son of a
Freiermuth
bitch.
on the back end.
I'm cool with that too.
I kind of like Jordan Addison. He's in there.
Oh yeah, you said you like him. Is he a young kid?
He's rookie.
Oh,
At
rookie.
USC. He's nice. Zay Flowers I like.
I like
We'll
Zay
take Quentin
Flowers.
Johnson. We'll take Gabe Davis.
You think Odell's gonna do anything?
Maybe I even take a Jamal Williams because he's gonna have 4 games to start off. If I get into some trouble with somebody, like
That's true. At least you know he gets a red zone.
maybe I can trade him to the team with. And he might even have some standalone a little bit. Like he might be AJ Dillon Jr. Like
Yeah.
he might have some standalone value with him.
Yeah, that's why I hate being number one pick. Because then you gotta just kind of like
I love
go.
the turn. I get to strategize more, and I know that I'm gonna take a risk and be like, you know what? I
the
don't like
turn.
any.
That's why I like
I don't
eight.
like any of the running backs in the next
Like eight.
15 picks. So I'm gonna just take my running back.
I like 8. That's why I like 7 and 8. 6. It was like people were swooping the guy that I wanted. One position earlier or two positions earlier, so I knew it. So I was like, fuck, I should have been 7 or 8. But 6 is cool. 6 was okay. I walked away with a good team.
So most of our guys got taken. Freiermuth gone, Dotson gone, Pittman gone.
Quentin Johnson, you said nobody's gonna finish. That's why I got Quentin Johnson too. Because look at Mike Williams gets hurt, and fucking so does Keenan Allen. So
Mhm.
let
I
the
like it.
rookie
Who's
go.
the other? I would
Or
be
Gabe
looking at to
Davis,
make sure I
yeah,
have a tight
our
end that I
homies.
like too.
Oh damn, Schultz.
I might think about grabbing a Schultz here, knowing that I have Waller. But that's
If you could at least stack them, just in case.
My other thing too is we have some good. I feel confident with this receiver setting that. This
I mean,
is
we got a
nice.
number one. We got the number one overall, so it can't be too mad. So what you think?
Jordan Addison's gone,
Okay, who else we got left?
so we have our Zay Flowers, Quentin Johnson, Gabe Davis.
I
I think Zay has the most upside, and I think Quentin Johnson is more of injury support.
yeah, exactly, for sure.
My only problem is, technically on the depth chart, he's behind Josh Palmer.
And we have no more running backs
So
probably
he's
to even
fourth.
try to
I
get.
don't really like any of the running backs.
Should we just go get
Maybe
let's
Schultz
go get
right now.
Schultz. Let's go get
I think
Schultz.
that's a solid move.
It's a good trade bait.
Yeah.
If you get a solid tight end, that give you some points. Yeah, I think it's a good trade
So
bait.
now, I might go Anthony Richardson with my second. I just might hold on.
I was
to him.
actually surprised
Why not?
nobody went Anthony Richardson in our draft, and I was like, Gino was there, and I was like, fuck, dude, like
Mhm.
Gino was there, but I gotta watch a rookie. See what he could do.
Yeah, I think that's kind of it. I kind of like Tyler Boyd as a handcuff.
Jalen Warren,
Jalen Warren is a nice just
PPR guy.
be
You know, I
there.
guess he'll be there.
My boy Kincaid.
Singletary.
I've even tossed around drafting Elliott in a couple leagues. Like I don't know, maybe he'll get some passes, he'll get some catches, he'll do some.
They said that
things.
he's hella overweight when he showed up to camp.
I mean,
That's what usually what
imagine.
happens. Yeah, he thought he was not gonna get picked up by nobody. He was like, "Fuck it."
so I'm not sure. Nico Collins is an interesting
I would.
one. He's
I would
gonna be
if
the
we.
number one in Houston.
I think Gabe's not gonna be there. Gabe's not gonna be there. Rondell Moore's not gonna be
he's
there.
gone.
No, he's gonna be there. Nico, no.
Maybe Elijah Moore.
Maybe Anthony Richardson. Maybe this is the time to go get our backup dude.
Yeah, if he's there, I'm taking Anthony Richardson over anyone
Yeah,
else. But
yeah.
we got a double pick anyways. I'm thinking either Nico Collins. Someone's got to be the number one in Houston. And
I don't know
CJ Stroud
anything
is gonna
about
be
Collins.
slinging the rock.
Interesting.
Only other one, Elijah Moore is a little bit more of a safe bet.
I like Elijah Moore. I had him last year too, and he was kind of doing this thing, but Wilson just broke out.
Perfect. So that's fun.
And
Gonna take
then
that. That's
Elijah
the fun
Moore.
pick. Elijah Moore is the more safe pick.
Let's go get Elijah.
He's going to immediately replace the Jarvis Landry stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
And be probably a little bit better than he used to be at it.
I think Watson's going to do good. I'm big on the Browns, but remember, everybody, I'm a year off. So they'll be decent, but they ain't. Well, last year I was kind of high on them, but they just be browning.
Who's Mixon's backup or Herbert's backup? That's what I'm going to go. So I'm going running back, and I'm going Roshan or did they take?
Oh, take right? Yeah. Oh no, they did take the other guy.
Deontay Foreman. I think he's going to be.
Oh, he's coming back.
Deontay's going to. I think Roshan might take some play if Herbert's still there, but I think if Herbert gets hurt, it's going to go Deontay.
Oof.
So, other sleeper, Tank.
Go get Tank.
Yeah, we go for dubs. We don't go for losses. Defense, special teams.
I ended up getting the Browns. They were the last thing to.
What can Brown do for you?
last time.
We'll get the last pick. Will be one of these guys.
Oh, definitely not Tucker though.
Yeah, we're not gonna get him. We're gonna get like Young Ho or something. I'm cool for Young Ho.
Didn't make who my guy got hurt. Maher. Oh yeah. Speaking of shit,
Yeah, you gotta pick up somebody.
I gotta pick up somebody. I gotta pick up a kicker. He got cut.
Then they traded.
In Denver,
they traded
I was
for
like,
someone. So Denver I think they drafted a guy in the 4th round, and then cut him. Oh no, maybe it was the Browns. Someone drafted a kicker in the 4th round, cut him, and then traded a 7th round pick for a kicker that was about to get cut anyways. Yeah. Fucking idiots. Give me Young Ho. I want Young Ho. Damn it, they took Young Ho.
You know who it's gonna be? Matt Gay.
Hey.
He's also my SFL kicker.
We're getting.
Don't forget to watch the
Cameron
SFL, baby. Dicker the kicker.
I like this team. I'm okay with it. I know this is a 10-man league, and you're probably gonna like your team, but I like this team. I'm confident Sutton's gonna have a bounce back. Zay Flowers is exciting and fun, and a guy that you're just gonna hold on to. You're gonna keep him onto your roster just for the potential of him to be good. So that's always fun. Schultz is a solid backup to where if I need to put him in, I can. He should be that guy. Tank's going to be a fun one to hold on to. Elijah should be a consistent target, at least a little bit, getting in there. Decent defense. I like this team.
Yeah, I'm definitely happy with it.
I'm okay
Especially
with
when
it.
you walk away with Justin Jefferson, Joe Mixon, Aaron. Yeah. You see, good Sunday.
Amari
fun.
Cooper, a bunch. So, and this is how I judge my team is. Number one option. Well, I guess number 2. Number 1 in the passing game. Number 1 option. MVP potential candidate. Number 1 option, maybe number 2 behind Saquon. Number 1 offensive weapon option on that team. No, number 2 with DJ Moore. Number 1 option, potential number 1 option. Should be the most reliable option. Quarterback. Probably a 3rd option, but it's basically a handcuff for Amari Cooper.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we're okay with that. Yeah. Especially one of them has the ball. I think again, each quarterback's about to throw 2,500.
We're good. So I'm okay with this. We got a bunch of number 1 options, high volume guys. That's what you want. I don't like taking swings at Sky Moore and shit like that might have 6 targets a game. Get out of here with that shit. Yeah, I like that. I thought it was a good draft. I thought I was okay with that. I thought this is what I would call a safe draft. Safely, we said, hey,
we know because we can't really miss. We can't miss.
Later.
Can't miss.
I know I have a certain tier of running backs that I like. Past this, I don't want to do much. And if they're there, we'll take it. Like we did a little reach on Aaron Jones, but I'm okay with it. I don't look back and be like, oh man, Aaron Jones is my 3rd pick. Damn, that sucks. I'm okay with it, and it kind of makes it out to be. I think it's going to be a safe, solid, consistent team. If the other team blows up, you're probably going to lose. But for most of the time, unless they turn up, you're going to win. I think that's confidence. So I like that a lot.
All right, cool. I think we're finding our stride with that.
Thanks for joining us. We'll come back next week with the final installment of this, and we're going to do receivers.
Receivers, my favorite position.
And you guys are going to draft the actual.
And we're gonna actually draft the team. Yeah.
Painter game team. Yeah.
We're gonna draft. Yeah, we're gonna get into the league and draft that and see if we can roll them haters.
Yeah, baby.
As people say. But all right. thanks for joining us.
Yep.
For Pain or Gain, we have
Book club Thursday? Or still...
no book club. We'll be streaming SFL games, so stay on the channel. Find your favorite teams, support them.
Next week is Chips.
Everything coming back next week. So
We're coming back, baby.
Chips next week, next Wednesday, and we'll be rolling in hot, baby.
Yep, spicy boy.
Send us any questions, and we'll answer them.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks for joining us for Pain or Gain. My name's Dr. T.
Yeah, my name is Timo.
Peace.
Later.